Okay, I will Bonsai Elegant here. I will take this opportunity to teach you how to trim to combat apical dominance. If you notice, firstly, this, if you can remember this material, this is the material which I carve out this part here to correct the reverse taper. So now what I'm going to do is to trim. Now I'm scheduled to trim this material, but I will take this opportunity to talk about apical dominance. So if you notice, the growth above is bigger than the growth here. Now this will create a problem when you make bonsai, because the top will always grow faster, and that top has the tendency to cover the lower branches, and eventually if you leave it alone, the lower branches will not only lag from growth, but it can also die, because this plant, its top will will dominate the resources. So this will grow faster, cover the lower, and then aside from losing your structure, the lower branch can die. So now what I'm going to do is to trim the top and not cut any of the lower branches. So in that way, you will be combating apical dominance and preserving your lower branch instead of it weakening. So basically that's the answer. My title of this video will be how to trim to combat apical dominance. So the way to do it is to frequently trim the top, because it can always catch up, and at the same time not frequently cut the bottom, so bottom branches or the lower branches. So in this case, I will only be trimming today these top branches, and then not to cut the bottom. So next question is, so when will you be trimming the bottom branches? Well, the answer is during the next trimming schedule. So it is with this, I will be trimming the top, and the expected effect is that the lower branches will continue growing, and the top branches will lag a bit. This is because of the phenomena of apical dominance. The apical dominance is brought about by number one is growth hormone regulation. So the top portions or the new shoots, or this shoots which are allowed to grow, will produce mostly or produce plenty of growth hormone, which will stimulate the root to send more nutrients here at the top. So that's the growth hormone regulation mechanism. So in the growth hormone regulation mechanism, let me explain a bit about that growth hormone. Growth is regulated by growth hormone mechanism. Growth hormone. So if there are more growth hormone from the top, because it's like this, the hormone produced by the shoots sends signals to the root to grow, and when the roots have grown, it will also, the root tips will also produce growth hormone, which will be sent to those shoots, sending signal to the to the roots and allow that shoots to grow faster. So if you notice, if you leave your branches uncut, you'll notice that there will be shoots which will be growing faster than all the other shoots in your tree. So that is the mechanism of growth hormone regulation. So that's why you need to trim to distribute energy all over the tree. But in this case, we need to be biased towards driving the energy down the tree so that the lower branches will be given more energy, and the top could not dominate the energy of the overall plant. So just like in this case, so I will stop from here. So this means these lower branches will have more energy, and since they are the one growing vigorous shoots, the roots will feed them better than the top. You do not worry about the top, because the top will always be able to catch up. By the time these low branches will have grown enough, then that's the time to cut also everything. So in this case, the question is, when do you cut these lower branches? So what we do is we cut this first, then let it grow. Let it grow. So that means the lower will have more growth than the top, because the top you have already trimmed. Then after which, when they will all be growing, the top will be able to catch up with the lower branch. Then you cut everything. So cut at the top, then next schedule cut everything, then next schedule cut at the top, then next schedule cut everything. So meaning you cut twice at the top and you cut only once at the lower branches. So in that case, the lower branch should be able to get more resources, and they will become stronger. So what you expect is that stronger twigs, stronger because they will have also thicker twigs. You allow the lateral branches to grow more. You give them time to grow more, so they will have more time to get stronger and thicker. So they will have thicker branches. But I'm only thickening the lateral sides. So like this one, I'd like to thicken this more so that you will have a wider foliage. So this one I am allowing it. I'm allowing this to grow, so it can be another here, and this one. All the lateral branches you allow. Okay, here. This one you do not allow because this is a top branch. So also this branch. Okay. So that width at the top is already okay. So then what you need is to have stronger twigs here. So here also stronger twigs. This one, yes, this one we allow. Okay, this. Okay, so that's the trimming for now. So you might say that this is an incomplete trimming, but this is the way to trim to combat apical dominance. Okay, so that's it. So the next schedule will be, since this is a fast growing, in less than 2 months, I will have to get back on this again and cut everything. So by the time, maybe the top shoots will be as tall as this, and this will be about as tall as that. You can even do once cutting here, 3 times cutting here, then once there. So, but you can do it like that. But my practice is only twice here, once here. Twice here, once here. So, basically, that's the way to combat apical dominance. Okay? Otherwise, if you keep trimming uniformly or regularly all the time, the chances are you will have weaker branches at the bottom and stronger branches here. So that's a difficult thing to correct if that happens. So meanwhile that this is not yet a bonsai and is still going into a bonsai, that's the way to cut. You combat apical dominance by cutting at the top and delaying at the bottom. And so once or twice cut here, then that's the time to. Okay. So to really build, supposing if you have a very weak one, you really have to build strong twigs by making this grow long, maybe a meter long. So these branches here, a meter long. Okay. So the effect of that type of cutting wherein you cut twice here and only once here, of course the earliest to ramify will be the top portion, but eventually your bonsai will, the whole of the bonsai will be able to catch up and you build good branches at the bottom. Okay, so in bonsai you need stronger branches at the bottom most. So the lowest branches should be the thickest, then it decreases its girth as it goes up, except for the new leader or the main trunk line. So in this case, this one is quite thin anyway, but I'm still cutting them, no? And I'm sure that this will be able to catch up because this is the apex, the apical or the highest trunk. Okay, this is at the apex, this will easily catch up, but this one also will ramify much earlier than this because you only cut a few times versus at the top. So basically that's the answer, how to trim to combat apical dominance. Hope you learned something. I am also done for today's job. I'm very busy today, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed and learned. Thanks for watching.